Hi everyone, this is Molly McCord and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I put together a short video for you here talking about an upcoming aspect between Mars in Libra squaring both Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. And this is a good energy to be aware of as it begins around the Scorpio new moon on October 27th, 28th, and it lasts until the first week of November. So it's good to see in your chart where these energies are showing up because Mars is what you want. It's how you go for something. You take action. You have a desire and you say, I'm going to do that. And Mars in Libra is actually in his detriment. He's weakened. That's because he is the farthest from his home turf of Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is really strong in Aries. But Mars in Libra is basically sitting at the table and needing to have conversations, needs to check in with other people before he can take action, is relationship minded, a negotiator, and needs to cooperate. So he's not out there charging after what he wants. He's stuck in a conversation. So this is where we're looking at what we need to evaluate in relationships about what we want, because healthy Libra is giving and receiving, ensuring that there's equality in the connection and that both parties are happy with the current state of things because of that equality. Mars can be a champion for other people in Libra, but he can also be triggered by other people. He can say, no, I don't want that. I want what I want. And how do we compromise? How do we work this out? So there's a strong tension in relationships at times with this Mars in Libra. And then you have the square to Saturn and Pluto. And every square is tension. And with Mars, it's typically a frustration. I can't get what I want. I'm trying to make something happen and it's not working. And the Capricorn energies can bring up a slowdown. And they say, no, let's evaluate. Let's look at your plan. What's your strategy? Capricorn can be calculating. It is about understanding where there's risk and how to avoid risk. It's looking at who's in charge, who has responsibility, who's the decision maker. So there's something here that the Mars energy wants, and the Capricorn energy provides either a yellow light or a red light and says that's not happening right now. So there can be a frustration around what you want to do and the timing of it. Capricorn is timing, Saturn is timing. So Saturn and Capricorn are keeping us very present in this reality, in our current responsibilities. And there could be something that you are looking to move ahead and the timing isn't right. So this is, again, the end of October, beginning of November. And it means that we're meant to slow down and evaluate a situation, a relationship, a connection. Make sure we're being responsible with it. That's Capricorn. Responsible, that everything is clear for both parties, that there is an understanding of who's in charge of what or who's taking care of what. So when Mars is squaring Saturn, this could be an authority figure. This could be someone who says no. It might not be a permanent no. It could be a temporary delay, a setback, something that has to be looked at. Then when this Mars squares Pluto, there's a power struggle. A power struggle with the ego. Mars is our ego. Mars is masculine energies within each of us. Mars is, again, the part of us that wants to assert ourselves, and it comes up against the Pluto that has another plan in mind or is looking for control, dominance, being the one who decides what will happen next. The Capricorn energies typically represent somebody older with more life experience, more maturity, more responsibility. It's associated with father energies, authority figures, as I said, anyone in charge, but that can be, men or women. And Mars symbolizes our ego in the moment, what we want right now. So Mars is a younger energy, if you will. So what we're seeing here is that if you're experiencing a pause, you're meant to slow down and evaluate something the end of October. And then we follow the energy trail, okay? Because Mars is the frustrated one. Mars in Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is in Scorpio, traveling with Mercury in Scorpio. They are conjunct. They are essentially the detectives here. And Mercury is about to go retrograde. So Mercury is also moving slowly. I'm feeling like there's something actually working in our favor that we're meant to see or acknowledge, that this pause or slowdown is gifting us with. And the energies in Scorpio say go deeper, investigate. How does this really make you feel? And you could be operating from one intention here, one level of consciousness, but Venus and Mercury in Scorpio can take you into how you really feel about something and what you really want. And there's new decision making that's going to be coming through in November during the Mercury retrograde. So it's a bit like you're at a stoplight and you have to wait your turn. And as you're sitting there waiting, something new comes to your consciousness and to your awareness that could make you realize you don't really want something that you thought you wanted, or that you have a different desire now than what you had when it started. So there's certainly a reevaluation, but I'm feeling like this has to do with a new alignment for going for what you want. And knowing that could diminish some of that initial frustration with this Mars squaring Saturn and Pluto. It's like you could feel frustrated for 3 seconds, catch your breath, and then wait, is this really what I want? Because Venus is what we want as well. Venus is what we are desiring to receive, to experience. Like she's that part of us that connects to what we're creating. So I'm feeling like around the Scorpio new moon and then into early November, there's a realignment with a passion, with an understanding. This could also just be something in your emotional world that you're starting to understand in a new way. But there are benefits to this slowdown. And it's allowing yourself to step out of any ego or power dynamics, okay? To look at how this situation is helping you grow and to see something in a new way, because it's connecting with what you want now that maybe you didn't realize you wanted. So this Mercury retrograde, again, is going to help you do some reevaluation around what you're going for, what you're moving towards, what is happening within you. And that's because of how, as I said, Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is conjunct Mercury, so that's how we think about what we want in the most basic terms. But then Mercury is retrograde at 27 degrees of Scorpio on October 31st, and it will start to move retrograde and is still in contact with this Venus. So that's happening. Venus is in contact with Mercury during this full square. Okay, so that's why we've got a few players in the game here. I'm feeling too like you're really meant to be more conscious of yourself, to look at where you've been on autopilot and to just stop and go inwards, for deeper understanding. And that's where you'll be grateful for any kinds of slowdowns, adjustments, changes, anything that happens with this Mars squaring Saturn and Pluto. You'll actually be able to see that something new will come from it that honors your power and your needs at this time. So I hope this has been beneficial for you and that some things have clicked around what might show up in your life. Keep in mind, you would be looking at where this Mars in Libra is in your astrology chart, which house it's traveling through, as well as which house these two planets in Capricorn are. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you want to learn more astrology with me and my teaching style here, you can learn more about my classes below this video. I'll see you back here soon.